The Imagen 4 on Gemini is great at creating some realistic pictures, but the question is, can you create a picture with a different aspect ratio, because by default it will be using a square picture. But fortunately, of course, you can create a horizontal or vertical pictures on Gemini. So right now, according to the documentation of Imagen 4, which is the AI model for creating a picture on Gemini, you can create a 1:1 aspect ratio, 3:4, 4:3, 9:16, and 16:9 aspect ratio. But how do you apply the setting? Because there is no slider or buttons on Gemini to specify the aspect ratio. Well, you have to be explicit on your prompt. So let me give you an example. Let's open a new page. I'm going to visit a website, the Gemini website, and let's try using this prompt. Generate a picture, and this is the description of the picture that I want to create. And here I'm going to specify the aspect ratio. You could mention something like horizontal or maybe vertical, or you can also specify like 9:16, which is a vertical aspect ratio. Then click this button to send a message. So there are 5 settings that you can apply on Gemini when creating a picture, but from my testing, it is not actually exactly the same as the ones that are mentioned in this documentation, and I'll explain to you why. So let's go back to Gemini, and this is the result. Definitely this is a vertical picture, but is it really 9:16? Well, let's find out. I'm going to right click, save image, and I'm going to save this picture to my computer, and I'm going to open a property page on my computer so you can see the dimension of the file. So right now it is sitting at 559 by 1024. 559 and 1024 pixels. So that's the dimension of this picture. You can do your own calculation, but basically I have done my testing. This is not 9:16 aspect ratio. This is more like 1:1.83 aspect ratio. Not quite 16:9, but it is pretty close. So despite the documentation telling you that you can get this aspect ratio, in reality you are getting these aspect ratios. So there are 5 settings. Everything look weird except the square aspect ratio because, well, it's just a square picture. But for horizontal and vertical, they do look a bit different. So just keep that in mind when you're creating a picture using the Imagen 4 model on Gemini AI. But I think they are very close. I think 1.83 is very close to the 16 aspect ratio. And by the way, here this is referring to the 4:3 aspect ratio and 3:4 aspect ratio, just to let you know. So again, even though you are specifying the aspect ratio based on this documentation, you are going to be getting this number instead. So again, it doesn't really matter in my opinion. You're still getting something that is similar to your setting. So that's basically how you can specify the aspect ratio on the Gemini AI. And if you find this video to be useful, then feel free to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you on my next video. Have a great day.